Okay, that was a little bit of a scuffed start, but we're getting going now. I had like 3 different browsers going on with the music. That obviously would not have been ideal for y'all. But how's everyone doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're at. We're back with the Aston Villa career mode today. Let me just make sure everything's going live on the stream. I'm not sure if you guys can actually see me. Hold up. We're good. Yeah, we should be good. There's so much delay going on. Yeah, Future, what's going on? Alex, Leon, Pedja, Lammy, good evening. Hope everyone's doing well. And yeah, let's get right into things. Man, that was a weird start to the stream. That's why I don't click on the preview in Discord. Anyways, we'll take a look at this Aston Villa squad as we get into the January transfer window. Always really hype. We get some transfer suggestions going on, and of course, with this squad, we do have a chance to win some silverware. We're into the Carabao Cup semi-final, as well as we'll be kicking off our FA Cup journey against Derby for the final match in December. But yeah, January transfer window is going to be pretty hype. I think we got 2 legs to play in the Carabao Cup, so that'll be good. Liverpool, we played a couple of times so far in this save, and I think for the most part, we've been getting draws. So I think I like our odds, especially across 2 legs. James saying I should sign to Hood Rio. Giving a greetings. Just got home from school. Nice, nice. That's kind of how things are lining up lately for the streams. I've been going a little bit earlier for the live streams, and you know, it's a good start to my day. Just to have the rest of the hours to record some videos. If you guys saw in the community tab here on YouTube, we did make a little preview of the next content coming out on the channel. We got a Bayern 2 video coming out either this weekend or on Tuesday, somewhere along that sorts, whenever it finishes. But yeah, let's get some players here in the transfer shortlist. My thought process is, with the 12-ish million we have, we can first off transfer list some players and hopefully bring in more funds that way, but also going ahead and trying to sign a backup goalkeeper, as well as ideally a right-footed winger. You know, someone with a bit of pace. I mean, Moses Simon would not be the worst shout. Of course, he's pretty pacey. He used to have the 5-star weak foot. I don't know when that got removed, but thoughts on the Champions League draw? I think there's some interesting fixtures going on. The fact you got a finals rematch with Bayern and PSG. You've got Chelsea with, you know, arguably an easier draw in the fact that they're playing, what is it, Porto? But we'll see how things go. I mean, you never really know what's going to happen in Champions League. Potentially up to 4, what is it, 4 German coaches in the semis as well. That would be interesting. But yeah, keep those transfer suggestions coming on in. We're going to recap how things are looking for the transfer budget. Okay, so we have actually less than I expected, 8 mil. We'll do a 90-10 split, and then yeah, I think we can honestly transfer list quite a few players. I'm happy with our starting 11. Maybe if we just sort by age, we can get some of the older players out of the squad. El Mahdi could be transfer listed. I mean, Suarez even. He hasn't exactly met expectations. The fact we can get 25 mil for him is pretty ridiculous. But we don't need all these center backs and that sort of stuff. We got a Spurs fan in the chat. I apologize. Yeah, I just watched the highlights a bit ago, and I saw Dinamo Zagreb are like on the top of the FIFA charts. They put in quite the performance. Plus that Mourinho press conference was interesting, to say the least. 8 minutes. Maybe De Bruyne has declined. Not too much. We've played against him a couple of times when we've paired up against Manchester City, but I will shortlist him. 31 years old. Yeah, really not too much worse, and he's in excellent form. So later on the journeyman save, I could definitely see that as an option. Maybe 2 or 3 seasons from now. I think that lines up pretty well with when we signed him up for Wolfsburg. That was like season 5. So yeah, Philip Orsic. Well, it might not be Philip Orsic. What's his first name? Mislav Orsic. That's right. Yeah, he's quite the player. I remember he got a bunch of Ultimate Team inform cards, so big fan of the FIFA community. What do I think about City winning the Champions League? It's going to depend. I mean, I don't know, man. You guys kind of have a history of, once you get to like the quarter and semifinals, just starting to play a little bit differently. We'll see if they can maintain their good form or whether they're going to bottle it like they have in some of the previous years. Who does City have in the quarterfinal? It's I know it's Liverpool versus Real Madrid. I'm just thinking whichever team's left. I think PSG is going to win Champions League. They got to get through Bayern first. It's Dortmund, right? Dortmund versus Manchester City. I was trying to think, like, which of the teams are left. Yeah, I don't know. Dortmund on their day can be pretty good. But let's get into some gameplay here. Play this FA Cup fixture and then get into the January transfer window, which will be exciting. I think a whole lot of changes are needed to our starting 11 for now. Yeah, who do I personally think is going to win? I said earlier City would be the winners, and I'll stand by that. It's just, I don't know. I think Dortmund on their day are able to put in quite the performance. And it might even be a preview of how things are going to go for Haaland. I don't know if he's going to stay at Dortmund. You know, if they finish top 4, I could see him staying. We'll see. I mean, there's definitely going to be some interest from Premier League clubs as well as, I mean, Bayern as well. So yeah, we'll see how things go for Haaland and Dortmund. Signed Max Aarons in my Leeds career mode. He's very good. Yeah, we've actually got him on the bench available. He's a pretty good right back for sure. Yeah, definitely a solid option. Bayern are going to win Champions League. Yeah, I think they've got to be one of the favorites for sure. Even last season, they had some inconsistencies in the league, but, you know, they find a way to win and show up on the important matches. Yeah, I think Bayern City could be a shot. I mean, you never know with Liverpool. How do injuries line up for them in Champions League? Like, are their players going to get a little bit more healthy if they advance to later stages? I think this season also ends a little bit earlier because of Europa League, or not Europa League, EuroLeague, right? Or the Euros. I was trying to think of the right terminology for that. It's been so long since we had an international competition, man. But I'll say one thing about Derby County. They've gotten off to a pretty good start in this match. Might be a free kick right outside the area. No foul given. Soundson with the takeaway. All right. Caught a little bit late there. Bayern will beat PSG like the final last year. We'll see, man. I don't know. Both teams are obviously really quality. So once you get to this stage of Champions League, it's really just about reaching good form at the right time. I mean, all the squads are going to have good enough quality. Porto still being the underdogs, I think, you know, like Ajax a couple of years ago. You know, any team outside the top 5 leagues to reach this stage. I feel like from a neutral perspective, there's going to be a lot of support for Porto. But against Chelsea, you never know. I mean, they've been in very good form as well, so. I'm doing all right, Joe. Just a chill starts in the morning. Got a couple of errands run today, and then get back to a little bit of recording for the next upload on the channel, which is turning out pretty well. You know, I'm only about 2 seasons into the simulation, so still kind of early days, but yeah, I think it's going to make for an entertaining video. It's good to try out something a little bit different for the content on the channel. I think you guys can definitely expect to see some more, I guess, condensed and like simulated videos rather than just the career mode uploads for the series that we've been doing. Do plan on bringing that back eventually, but yeah, I just kind of want to get to terms with a new video style so I can hopefully get a little bit of each type of video out for you guys. Did I say Özkan for Valencia? I signed... Not Öz... I don't think his name is Özkan. It was Öztunali, I want to say. The Turkish center mid from Fenerbahce. It might not even be Öztunali. There's... It's Özyakup, I think. That's who it was. Öztunali is like a German center mid from... who used to play for Bayern, I believe? Or Bayer Leverkusen? But yeah, he was actually the first signing that we made at Valencia. Didn't exactly play a huge role in the career mode, but still a quality player. If you're like taking over a mid-table side, I think he can certainly fit into the starting 11. Should sign James Ward-Prowse. Haven't signed him since the Southampton save at the start of the year. Oh, he actually went for goal there. Yeah, look at this high line that Derby are playing, man. Got so many players forward, which can really only lead to one thing, and that's a counterattack. But we'll see how things get on. I do think before we start up that next career mode series, I'm gonna continue spending a little bit of time trying to learn FM. I do eventually want to stream some sort of that content on the channel. Jesus Ferreira. Yeah, I can check him out. Is that the Dallas player? Scored for the U.S. youth national team in the Olympics. Is that right? And I appreciate the congrats on 33K. Yeah, we hit that live on stream on Wednesday. So yeah, we keep on going. See what happens by the end of this FIFA. That's the big plan for the second half of the year as far as FIFA is concerned. You know, I feel like we've got the career mode series down to a T. Feel good about that moving forward. So yeah, just figuring out what kind of content I want to upload to go alongside that would be good, as well as the live streams. Yeah, as far as championship team career modes, I think Swansea City are a good shout. They've got a couple of players out on loan. You can also do an American twist if you're into that. They did sign Jordan Morris, as well as is it Paul Ariola, the other signing that they made on loan. I think it'd also be good in the fact that you could sign some Welsh Youth Academy players, which is a newly added country this year. So yeah, I think Cardiff or Swansea would be my shouts for a championship career mode. I've got to say, another team that I'm really interested in seeing is going to be, I think it's not Brentford, it's whichever team's in really good form. I think they also start with a B. I was posting about it on Discord the other day. This could be a goal if we can play this one in the middle. Sanson, that's not the pass I wanted, but we still get a goal out of it. Diaz with the 1-0 advantage. Let me check on Barnsley is who I'm thinking of for a championship career mode. What's going on, Shaquille Slap? Good to see you. Been busy with schoolwork. Yeah, I understand, man. It's it can definitely be one of those things. How do you get to Discord? There's a link in the description, Alex, if you want to join. We're just over 150 members last time I checked. Actually 150 exactly. So there you go. But yeah, I feel them on schoolwork, especially towards the later end of the year. You guys gotta be coming to a close here pretty soon, depending where you're studying. High school, university. Yeah, Joe, I think we can definitely get there on the channel eventually. I personally feel like I'm at the right place I should be at for YouTube, just because really I've only been, if we exclude like the last couple of years, I've really only started posting consistently in the last year. You know, I was pretty consistent about posting YouTube the first couple of years of my channel, but I feel like I'm making the best content that I've ever made, and I'm trying to post fairly consistently as well. Martin has another save, dude. He has bailed us out on so many occasions. But yeah, I think if I stay consistent and keep the quality and engagement where it's at, there's no reason, the channel can't eventually reach 100,000. Yeah, around 4K, man, that would have been, I don't even know when that would have lined up. That probably would have been like FIFA 14, FIFA 15 maybe. I know we saw a big jump in the channel in FIFA 16. going from about 10 to 20,000 subscribers. So yeah, it probably would have been late FIFA 14, early FIFA 15 if I was on 4,000. Might have been the Aston Villa career mode, which would obviously line up very well with the live stream today. We are eventually going to do a League One career mode. You just definitely want to take some time to explore some other concepts. Valencia has come to an end, George. It was the series finale that was uploaded last weekend. So if you haven't checked that out, recommend doing so. Yeah, I didn't realize Barnsley were expected to be relegated. Oh, we got to go first time there. You already know. Mitchell with a good save. If you get Salih Ozkan, do it for free. Just do it. Yeah, he's actually quite a good player. I was researching some of his stats on FIFA, and I think he used to be a center back / center defensive mid, and he had some incredible statistics for sure. What can we do here? This is why we need some right-footed wingers in the team, because I don't really have a good substitute for Diaz right now. I'll bring Traore on. Suarez will get some play time for Abraham. And Douglas Luiz can be brought on for Delaney. How am I good at career mode? It's just a matter of playing it enough, man. It's one of those things you kind of pick up on how the computer plays after a while. Didn't realize Douglas Luiz has like gray hair in game, but we move with it. Just 2 minutes of added extra time. Let's not do that. Good job, Douglas Luiz. Just kick it out of play. We'll be advancing in the FA Cup and getting into the January transfer window. Time for that hype. Could I do a Bolton career mode? Probably not while Barfy Boy's doing one. I actually haven't seen an upload from him in a bit. I'm not sure where he's at in his save. Oh, he actually uploaded yesterday. Fair enough. Yeah, apparently he's in the Champions League, according to his recent uploads, so. Was that Youth Academy player holding a red card? Indeed he was. That is probably going to be the last save file that we have with a red card homegrown talent. It's one of those glitches that have since been fixed, thankfully. So all good there. Nah, George, I don't think you're alone about signing players with a face scan. I know some people who, well, I think it's Baller in the chat, who specifically signs real face players. It definitely adds to the, what's the right terminology for it? It adds to the authenticity of the career mode. I mean, especially if you're going to play a lot of matches in game, it's nice to have players with the face scan, and as well as that, it's an extra challenge, right? How often do you stream? You're in Western Australia, so haven't noticed the stream yet. We typically stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right around this time, for like an additional 2 hours. So in Western Australia, I know that's going to be very early morning for you. But yeah, typically Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the live streams. Well, let's see what we can do about adding players to the transfer shortlist. I think to start off with, let's figure out which one of these goalkeepers we're going to sign. Van de Voort is up to a 78 rating, so I'm not sure we have the funds to bring him in. Bazunu has been kind of the shout for most of this season. Definitely a realistic transfer. Fortunately, doesn't have a face scan in game, but yeah, if it's just after midnight, it's going to be a little bit difficult to tune into the streams, unfortunately. But yeah, we've kind of have it narrowed down to Freddie Woodman, Angus Gunn, and Bazunu as potential goalkeeper transfers. Let's go ahead and approach about Bazunu. Last time I think he rejected the contract offer, so we need to make sure we offer something a little bit higher for the wages. We should be all right. And we only have to pay 4 mil, which is good. Okay, here you go. 13.5 to 20k. So we're going to listen to our assistant manager and offer somewhere around that range. And hopefully things go better this time. If they don't, then we can always simulate forward a couple of weeks and get into renewed talks, since we're not trying to sign on transfer deadline day. Agreeing to a 5-year deal, hopefully. No release clause, and there you go. He actually gives us the contract wage offer. So we'll accept that. That's our first signing done, just like that. Yeah, I know it's going to be just after dinner time for a lot of y'all. That's kind of the fun thing about the streams. It's for me, you know, I'm able to kind of get my morning routine done, have a little bit of breakfast, plan out the stream, and yeah, later today, just some errands and recording to do. Unfortunately, the weather here in Washington has returned back to rain for like the next week, so not sure how many more runs I'll be going on outside, but maybe I just go and deal with it. Yeah, it might have to be a video concept I do, Weston. I think if I revisit any older career modes, it's got to be FIFA 13 for me. Big fan of that one. But I guess from here on out, we'll kind of just see what transfer offers come in for some of our players. David Brooks has definitely been a shout. He is left-footed, which is kind of disappointing since we want to sign a right-footed player, but a very balanced distribution of his stats. And for a player who's playing for a championship club, we might just have to bring in another left-footed option here. I'm curious which career mode you're actually starting with, Weston, for FIFA 14. I'm trying to think like which clubs were kind of supreme back then. I think Barca would have had Neymar still at that point. I think FIFA 15, FIFA 16 he left for PSG, so they've definitely got to be a shout. But yeah, FIFA 14, let's see, I did a Southampton career mode, and I think I did a Chelsea career mode that year. Yeah, I live close to Seattle, Washington, George. Basically the west coast of the US. Okay, this guy's actually a decent talent. Lewis Terry, only 15 years old as well, so I'm expecting an overall right around 60. Maybe let's take a debt plan on him. Let's see what we can do about that. We can probably clear out some of these players that aren't over 90 potential as well. No reason to keep them in the team. And it was Lewis Terry, a center attacking mid from England. Okay. Definitely looks like a center attacking mid. 5-star weak foot, 3-star skills, high medium work rates. Everything looks good there. I think probably this depth plan would be best. Attacking positioning is his lowest for the shooting statistic. That also boosts all his passing stats. Yeah, that's probably best right there. Maybe switch to Shadow Striker later on. Only downside, he doesn't get a boost to his pace. So the Shadow Striker could be nice to even out his sprint speed and acceleration, for sure. Be a bad shout either. Might actually go with this. Let's go and stick dev plans on all these guys. Another CDM. It's going to be a defensive midfield dev plan. Easy choice there. Might be a right winger. His shooting's decent. Okay, yeah, we can check that out. Okay, so for the center attacking mid, again, we might be using the advanced playmaker. Do advanced playmaker for this guy. Freddie Heath. He's got to be a right winger because his defending is super low. That's the quickest way to tell if you need to depth plan change your right midfielder to a right winger. And then James, always an interesting couple of options for strikers, but we got to get that shooting up for sure. So it's going to be the poacher debt plan. Yeah, lately I have been switching over to debt plans on our Youth Academy players. Never used to do that, but I have noticed that ever since making that change, they do grow a lot more. But it is time. Carabao Cup, first leg against Liverpool. Make James a CM. Let me take a quick look. I should turn my striker into a CM. He's got good physical. I could see the CM, but his passing is like really low though. So that's not really going to work out. I can see what you mean with the balanced statistics, but yeah, I don't think a CM is going to work for him. Kilp, I haven't decided which club for sure. It's going to be a French League career mode. And essentially, I've got to narrow down to 3 teams. I'm thinking either Nice, Marseille, or Monaco. But I haven't decided when we're going to start up that save. I think first, I'm going to try out some different video concepts. Just to kind of branch out a bit. I don't want to just be uploading the same type of video. So yeah, I'll spend a little bit of time uploading different concepts. The Byron 2 video going out over the next few days, and then maybe some career mode challenges, some tutorials, that sort of stuff. I've been happy to at least get the live streams out consistently on, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yeah, Monaco would be interesting. I mean, the fact that they still got Ben Yedder, right? And obviously a club that has had a lot of success in France pretty recently. I think 14-15 is when they won the title. So yeah, it follows the themes that I kind of go for in my career modes. Taking over some fallen giants per se, even though Monaco aren't necessarily like fallen, but you know, get them back to winning a league title. It would be a little bit easy though. That's the one thing I'll say. The main objective would be surpassing PSG, which is always going to be a challenge, but you know, I don't want to just be finishing second for multiple consecutive seasons. Hopefully a little bit of room for growth. I think we just roll with this starting 11 as well. It's working out for us. Any score predictions for this match against Liverpool? Are we going to start in Liga and League 2? Probably Liga. I might do a Road to Glory eventually, but if I do, it would probably have to be in the English leagues. But I think Road to Glory is just, it's not the best sort of concept for my channel, at least for the video series. Maybe for the live streams every now and then. We still technically got the whole save, but yeah, I found viewership's a little bit better for higher profile clubs. With that said, there's definitely some good League Duh career modes you could do for a Road to Glory. What's going on, Juan? Good to see it. Got a 2-1 Villa victory prediction in the chat. What about a Stade Rennais career mode? Yeah, they definitely do. I mean, they've got some high potential players like Kamavinga, but yeah, we'll see. I think for the storyline aspect, the 3 teams I mentioned is kind of what I'm thinking, but we'll see how things go. Get into the match here. Live is earlier than usual. Yeah, I've been going a bit earlier for the live streams. Usually going from about 9 to 11 my time, so most of you in the UK, it'll be just right around supper time, maybe slightly before and slightly after. I don't have any plans for a My Player career mode. At least not that game mode. What positions do we need? Ideally, a right-footed winger would be good. And typically, I look for players with a bit of pace. Some good dribbling statistics. But we got to focus up here in the Carabao Cup. If you have one lapse in concentration against Liverpool, that typically leads to a goal. So let's just try to focus as best we can here. And I feel like if we do that, there's no reason we can't get the dub. And that's a through ball. We'll still get to that. Neuhaus tracking back and making a stop. Yeah, it's 4:30 right now in England. Yeah, finally not 2 hours late. Well, yeah, that explains it. We're about 2 hours. We're live 2 hours earlier than normal, so there you go. How about Dest? You know, that could be a shout. We could definitely use him as a winger. These are the dangerous sort of positions because they just play like quick 1-2 passes and basically do just that. Good job by Martinez to make another stop, but that's how Liverpool play. See what Ollie can do. Pedraza as a CDM, that'd be an interesting shout. He's been pretty good at left back, but I could see him as a CDM. The thing, though, is we have a lot of midfielders in this team already. I think we might be on here. Watkins, oh, he shouldn't have taken that touch to the right. You just can't give Van Dijk any space, man. If you get too close to Virgil, he's going to make a stop. Yeah, looking forward to the weekend for sure. Let's try that again. This time it's going to be Tammy through on goal. Onside. We got to shoot here. And that's a great effort. Just past Alisson. That took a bit of a jump at the end. Not sure if it was because of a deflection or maybe there's like a molehill on the pitch. Want to get a backup cam, and I was thinking Eze for Leeds career mode. Yeah, he's a good shout. I think he starts as a winger. That little jump up at the end. What's going on there? It's probably the best camera look at it. I mean, we'll take it. That career mode. Really no plans on an Eredivisie save anytime soon. Having done the Ajax career mode. I've seen a couple of Benelux videos in my sub box, which is an interesting concept. Have I put Tammy on any target man instructions? I think so. I'll have to revisit my instructions just to make sure I've got the right one set up. But yeah, I definitely adjusted some of the instructions. So what a run from Neuhaus there. Good save again from Martinez. Yeah, let's see. Watkins is on a false 9, stay central. That might be better putting get behind for him, honestly. Those instructions were set for Suarez. With that said, it's been working, so yeah. Tammy's on target, man. Stay forward. This could be a chance as well. Watkins trying to play that to Tammy in the middle. We had the on-running CDM covering the space. This is Ben Davies, actually. You know, thinking about it, Liverpool aren't fielding the strongest team for the Carabao Cup here. I don't think I would do a full-on series for a Scottish career mode, but I could see it for like a single video. Oh, the press is starting from Liverpool. That's not good. Let's get that one away. And we could get on a counter here. They just keep making so many stops at the right time, man. That's a foul. No? Okay. I mean, if we get into the halftime break with a 1-0 lead, I'll absolutely take it. I have no idea what EA had put in FIFA 22 career mode. I have as much knowledge about it as you guys. I do too. That's my own kit in the back. It's for when I did esports stuff for the Sounders. I mean, that's clinical right there. One shot, one goal, one on target. Only 37% possession, but we're all good. Yeah, no financial takeover here. It's just a lot of computer transfers that have been made. This is season 3 of the save, and it is a Journeyman Career Mode, so yeah, we've more or less inherited this Aston Villa side, making a couple of transfers here and there. But most of these have been computer made. This needs to be a good touch from Diaz. And a far post shot. Diaz, my guy, you get subbed off straight after that. That's a chance to go 2-0 up on aggregate. Let's bring our other Youth Academy talent, Mancia, in. And maybe that'll be the difference. Yeah, I would say Seattle's my favorite club in MLS, but I also support a couple of European teams, like Bayern. Big win. Again, Pedraza doing what he's got to do. Interesting transfer there that they signed Versalco from... plays for Atletico Madrid, right? Or at least he used to. What a pass as well. Thomas Delaney's got the strength. Here's Pedraza. I don't know why he's this far up, but we're going to go with it. Getting into the box. Can we find the pass? Ah, no. Virgil with a good stop. It's the right positioning. Just got to hang tight for another 30 minutes, and we'll take this result. I could check to see if Mancia will be a winger, but I think Cam is his best position because he's got really good passing. His shooting is quite low. Nice job from Luis Felipe. Just need to continue that run there. Again, Pedraza with the takeaway. A good through ball to Mancia. Kind of acting as a winger in this 4-2-2 formation. Play it there. Once more. Oof. We're on the verge of a second goal. We're outplaying Liverpool in this one. They're, of course, just one counterattack away. Good job from Martinez. Just need to get that one counterattack. But Virgil's having none of it, man. Would love a 2-goal lead. Yeah, 4-minute halves for the live streams. I typically play on 5 for the YouTube series, so yeah, I think 5 is the best play. I just try to fit in a good number of matches for the live streams, so. Oh, this is Luis Felipe. We don't want him dribbling. Ihatzerin doesn't have a whole lot of options. Yeah, we'll take a corner from that. Yeah, not a whole lot from Liverpool this match. Let's hopefully keep it that way. That's our last man back. Yeah, I'm not going to switch up camera angle just for the final. I get the broadcast one is pretty interesting, but in terms of like playing FIFA, I like playing on the same one. Generally speaking, I don't try to change too many of my settings for, you know, playing career mode, playing FIFA. Because once you do, you get a completely different experience. Okay, one more clearance and we should be able to see this one out. Not in the last minute. Bruh. 1-1. That's fine. We've got another leg to play anyway. It's just disappointing because they haven't really done anything all match. Yeah, this is on next gen kilt. Playing on the PS5. Yeah, we don't even have a chance to counter there. That's all right. Pretty good match. All right, Skills. Catch you later. I mean, genuinely, we have to start thinking about making a big transfer to help improve this squad, because we've got a good shot at making Europa League. I mean, based off of either the Carabao Cup performance or league performance. We've brought one player in so far, Rodrigo. We signed a Muzu, a backup goalkeeper from Rochdale, so that'll be good. Yeah, we certainly need Grealish back. Right now, he's suffering a 3-month injury. He's kind of been our right-footed option, and without him, we really don't have a whole lot available. It's up to an 87 rating as well, so should be back in about a month. But yeah, Bazunu has been the only transfer so far. We'll actually get him into the substitutes. Yeah, here Troy is not exactly my favorite player. He's just someone that I've signed a couple of times for the live stream saves. He makes for a realistic transfer because he's outside the top 5 leagues. And also, look at the offers coming in for Ollie Watkins, man. Up to 58.5 million is the evaluation from our system manager. We're not going to accept it because I'm pretty sure it accounts for about half our goals. Let's take a look at it, actually. Yeah, Abraham with 16, Watkins with 11. Sounds like a pretty good contribution from the midfield with 6. But a lot of the assists coming from Watkins and Grealish. Yeah, I tried, George. You know, happy to be consistent with the live streams. AC Milan lowballing us with an offer. Yeah, injuries can be ruthless. I do have a couple of sliders set up so that injuries are a little bit more frequent, but are less severe. So they happen more often, but the length of the injury isn't as bad. But sometimes you do get the longer term injuries like Grealish. I signed him for Southampton, Mainz, and Valencia save. Did I sign him for Southampton? Because I genuinely don't remember signing him for the Saints. I might have. Let me take a look at the last Southampton episode. I might have. And if that's the case, then I genuinely do not remember. Let me take a look here. At the last episode of the Southampton Career Mode. What squad we had available. Yeah, I had Walker Peters starting for the most part. And if I did sign him, I genuinely don't see him in the substitutes, so yeah, I don't know. I should get Anthony from Ajax. I know I definitely signed him for Mainz, but yeah, Southampton, he's not ringing a bell. Does Suarez still play? Yeah, he's actually we signed him as a free agent in our saves, so he's kind of a substitute for us. I think Anthony is he left or right-footed? I always forget. We'll just take a look at the Ajax squad in general. They've actually brought in a regen, apparently. Got Lassina Traore. Looks like wherever Anthony has left, he has gone somewhere else. Kudus is still there, an 83 rating. Might be a transfer we try to bring in if we can get some players out of the club. Victor Jensen's kind of an interesting one. He's not an original Ajax player, is he? Yeah, Ibra, Ronaldo, and Messi are all still playing, but I think Ibra's regen will be available next season. And Antony's over at Wolves, actually. Kind of a realistic transfer there. see about David Ayres. My prediction is Manchester United because he signs there quite a bit. It's Leverkusen. Okay. Big move for him. Another player that needs to be updated with a real face, in my opinion. Gideon, the live streams are all posted here on YouTube. There's a playlist on my channel page called live streams. Personally, I don't have the time to like run a clips channel. I've seen a couple of other content creators making that, but yeah, it's just not feasible for me right now. I'm trying to be a little bit more active on my socials like Instagram, Twitter. Made a post about the next video coming on the channel. So yeah, if you guys are on those platforms, then feel free to get involved, but it's always in the description. But yeah, I really specifically I want to be posting more on Instagram, just because I think that's a great way to kind of create shorter form content. I know the YouTube videos are generally longer form content, like 20 plus videos, so, or 20 plus minutes. So if I can, you know, condense some of that or highlight some aspects of the videos and make a quick post about it on Instagram, Twitter, even TikTok, I think that would be good. Yeah, Eber's still playing in Season 3 somehow. And he hasn't really declined in his rating at all. Like, he was an 81 last time I checked, and he still is. Pretty incredible stuff for a 41-year-old. Would be a decent target man for any club. Suarez at the minute is not starting. He's down to an 80 rating. The only reason we brought him in is because he was a free agent at the beginning of the season. So, you see Suarez as a free agent, you can't pass up on that. We signed him as a crucial player, but realistically, he's more of a rotational player for us. Really, the only area I would want to improve is just signing another right-footed winger option, because Grealish is recovering from his injury. We don't have a whole lot of other right-footed options. These are all like left-footed wingers with Mancia, Traore. So yeah, like a pretty low market value right winger option, maybe with someone with some potential would be good. But we got to get some transfer offers first. Interesting loan offer for Douglas Luiz. I would kind of consider this, because he hasn't really featured all that much for us. He would probably grow in his overall rating. But then again, we're not going to be here for too long. It's a tough call, because McGinn's kind of our second choice option. But I think it is important to have both a good CDM, or like more defensive minded midfielder, and then a more attacking minded midfielder. So I'll probably end up keeping him. Yeah, we can add Eze to the short list. Diego Rossi from LAFC. He's actually made the transfer to Lyon. Interesting. Okay. We can look at Ezekiel Barco, maybe from Atlanta. We've got a release clause of 34 mil though, so that's going to be quite the ask. Got a youth academy player with worth 6 mil. From the start or from training him up? Because if it's from the start, that's probably one of the highest I've seen. I think the highest that I personally had is like 4.3 mil. Yeah, we just need these players to progress, man. We could also set up a scouting network, because we've got 3 scouts available. So we can do England for 6 months for sure. Just looking for any type of player. Anything else you guys would want to see? We got a 4-star, 5-star scout and a 5-star, 4-star. Solbazai from Salzburg. Actually, he's over at Leipzig now, right? Yeah. He's a pretty recent transfer, though. We can take a look at it, though, with this being 3 seasons in. Yeah, 83 rated, so. I mean, genuinely, Austria could be a shout. I don't know where some of the other nationalities here at Aston Villa had been from. We had McGinn's from Scotland, so maybe that could be a shout. We can take a look at some of the other nationalities in our squad to get an idea of things. Brazil might be a shout. We got a couple of players from South America. I think Brazil would be realistic. Maybe we can go to Africa as well. I mean, we had a player from Burkina Faso as well as one other one. Tanzania, okay. So we'll go somewhere in South America and I think somewhere in Africa. That would be my preference. Your call as far as where we go. We've got, I think, Martinez is from, I think he's from Argentina. We've got a few players from Brazil. Colombia tends to bring back pretty good results for technically gifted. I've seen some decent results from Peru. Haven't really scouted up Bolivia at all. Could be interesting. Silas Wamanatuka? Maybe. It's been a while since I signed him for a save. So, might be time. Might be time. Let's go Peru this time. We'll do physically strong for 6 months on this one. And then, as far as the Africa scouting report, we've got a few different options here. Unfortunately, not all the countries in Africa are available in FIFA 21 scouting. I feel like some of the highest overall players I found have been from Ivory Coast. So we'll go there for 6 months looking for a technically gifted player and see what comes back. Let's take a look at Silas Wamanatuka. Still over at Stuttgart, so yeah, it might be a shout. Might be a shout. I'm guessing he's probably upper 70s, lower 80s at this point in the save. All right, Kill. Appreciate you being here. And I'm telling you, we pick up a lot of dubs on these calendar sims. We'll see where we're at in the Premier League table. I mean, all the way up to 6th. Top 4 could still be an option. You know, we are a couple of points behind Spurs. 9 points to be exact, but I think as long as we finish 5th or 6th, I'd be completely happy. Get the likes of Chelsea and Everton on our tails, though. Sammy, when I'm ready to start up a new series, I'll post the league on career mode, but right now I'm kind of exploring some other video concepts. Right now I don't have a specific schedule when that'll be released, but you can expect some more content coming out over the next few days. If I can get the video done in time, it would be Sunday upload. Otherwise, it would probably be like a Tuesday upload for the Bayern 2 video. Zoli's from PAOK. Yeah, we can take a look at him. I'm kind of looking for players with a lower market value, so yeah, 79 overall. He's up to 34.5 mil just because he's only 21 years or 20 years old. Yeah, opinion on Southgate not selecting Alexander-Arnold. I think it lines up pretty well with the tactics that he's had before, to be fair. He's kind of had a preference for kind of Walker more so in the past. So, and I think there's another maybe Trippier has been starting a good amount for England. So yeah, it lines up well for what he's done, but I mean, we'll see. It's really, I think, a matter of just tactics, right? Because England's going to use different tactics than Liverpool use. So while Trent might work well in the Liverpool system, it might not translate the best to the England system, which is fair enough. It's still surprising not to see him selected. even more so Wan-Bissaka in my opinion, because also I don't think he got the England call-up. I'm more surprised about that than I am about Alexander-Arnold. Okay, let's see. Interest in this dude. Anafa. Who is that? Surely that's got to be like one of the free agents, because I've never heard of this dude before. It's not. Dang, he got signed on a pre-contract deal. That's actually pretty legit. He's a real face in game too. Giant throw in. Kind of wish we'd maybe sign him first. Yeah, I don't know why Veghorst doesn't get the call up to the national team. I mean, for Dutch strikers, like who's gonna be better than him these days? I mean, I'm sure Depay is using the system, but maybe as a winger. I'm just trying to think like which Dutch strikers you would pick over Veghorst. But dang, that's an interesting pickup by Chelsea. Yeah, that's the thing. If Depay is being used as their striker / center forward, I would just play him out wide. Sure, the Netherlands have some great wingers, but I don't know. It might just be one of those things where he doesn't work in the system. Of course, he's going to be used as a target man. He works perfect for Wolfsburg because that's what they do. I mean, I think something like 80 to 90% of his goals are scored within like 6 yards or something, which is absolutely ridiculous. But it goes to show, you know, just you need the right tactics to exceed or excel as a player. So okay, Liverpool trying to go in for Delaney. I see you. I did see the different results for the UCL draw. I didn't watch it live, but we'll upgrade to his position there, and we'll see what we can do for depth plans for this winger now. I think inverted winger is probably the best shout. Could also boost up his passing stats. I mean, the long passing and short passing is extremely low for a winger. Might even be a shout for a striker if we can get the attacking positioning up. But I think for now we keep it on the wide playmaker. What's going on, Pete? Yeah, I think there's definitely some interesting matchups for Champions League. Some former rematches for sure. You got Liverpool, Real Madrid from that Champions League final, which would have been 2018, maybe 2017, 2018 season, I think. And then of course the Champions League final rematch from last season as well. He's like Boss Dos 2.0. I mean, yeah, maybe even better, right? I think we'll play both these matches, FA Cup and then Carabao Cup second leg. Not too keen on playing Burnley. I can see if there's any players for Malta in the save. I'm not sure there are, but it's always worth checking. There's one player for Malta whose contract is expiring in 6 months. Playing at Colchester. Shout out to Luke Gambin. Oh, we'll get into this match here against Cardiff. Just hopefully keeping up that good form. Boosting up the confidence a little bit before that Carabao Cup semi-final. We were just talking about Welsh teams, and it appears that Cardiff haven't have a real stadium in game, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, it should be a good one. I'm hyped for the second leg against Liverpool. I think we know how they play. We just got to score from some counterattacks and then hopefully keep that clean sheet. That's the biggest struggle. The name of their right back. Should I check? Should I check? Oh, we got Perry. We got Perry NG. I forgot. A legend. And we were talking about Perry NG, but this dude is just like burning by all our players. It's Junior Hoylett. Who remembers this dude from like the older FIFAs? He was the go-to signing if you needed like a budget player to bring in for career mode, because he had so much pace, and apparently he's got the skills as well. Also kind of cool he's from Canada. Does Perry have a face scan in game? I really hope he does, because that would be amazing. Should be a goal in all honesty. Watkins, surely you have the pace. We're playing this one across. That's not the best ball, but it's good enough. Abraham with the composure to see the goalkeeper diving, just slotting it right over the diving keeper. The Canadian Kluivert. That's what I mean. Yeah, that was not the best pass from Ollie Watkins, but it got the job done. Let's see Perry NG's face scan. Nah, surely that's not a real face. I mean, it's not bad. It's really not, but I don't think it's his real face scanning game. The hair's kind of on point. Man, yeah, they've got the hair down, but some of the facial structure needs a little bit of work. Kind of looks like one of those generic pro clubs players. But not the worst one I've seen. Why did we play our first team against NG? We should have really fielded a rotated team. I didn't even comprehend that, because I totally forgot he made the transfer to Cardiff a while back. Oh, Abraham's got the sauce. Yeah, unfortunately, that's how it is sometimes with international management. I feel like some teams just get almost barred out of their national sides, even though they put in great contributions on the club perspective. Oh, here he is, Perry. But I don't think it's the worst thing for Wolfsburg. I mean, finishing top 4 has to be the priority for them this season, and I think they've got a good chance of it. If they don't win a match, they typically get draws. And I think at home they haven't lost a single match this season, so as long as they keep that up, they should be all right. Big switch of play. Perry to the rescue. I'll tell you though, despite like scoring that opening goal, Cardiff have been playing all right. Definitely better than I expected for a championship side. And Hoylett continues to be that impact player for them. Oh, not like this. I freaking hate it. I swear, distributions from the goalkeeper are always sus. I remember it was even worse last FIFA when you would have your power bar like fully loaded on a clearance or a cross button, and then it ends up passing like directly to one of their players. That happened to me again so many times in the Kaiserslautern career mode. I don't even want to say. Hasn't really happened to me yet this year. But then again, I haven't done a Road to Glory where it's probably a bit more likely to happen. Build up here though. The last attack of the first half. Watkins. Tammy, one more pass. That was some fantastic build up, man. If we would have completed that back heel, it would have been it. GG's for the ref there, calling for halftime. Yeah, Cardiff, they got relegated from the Premier League that recently. I didn't even realize they were a Premier League side as soon as 2019, but that's impressive. Finishing 18th, okay. Yeah, not a bad season if they were Premier League. This is what I mean. If Junior Hoylett takes another touch there, that's probably a goal. Calvert-Lewin also going to Barcelona, man. That's one of those transfers. He's always going to La Liga, either Real Madrid or Barca in most says. I mean, he's a high potential player, so it makes sense. And that's another big stop. That's their best finish in a Premier League season. How often have they been in the Premier League? Because I imagine that they've had a couple of campaigns, but probably saw relegation those seasons as well. Yeah, I can't really recall any of their players that time. But then again, I wasn't following quite as much football in 2017-18. No. Oh my gosh, dude. Yo, that looked like that was on target. Let's see on this replay. No way does Tammy pull that off on a consistent basis, man. The shot power on that effort. I didn't realize Holtson was in FIFA. No. Yeah, Alderweireld always goes to Bayern too in my saves. Yo, Vaclav Cherny being brought on for Cardiff. Shout out to that guy. Former Wonder Kid in career mode. Back in maybe FIFA 17, FIFA 16. Go on, Suarez. I want to see Suarez at least get one goal here, man. And there it is. Shout out to that man. He has not been spectacular in this save, but he still can net a goal from time to time. He looks good in the Aston Villa kit, I gotta say. And it's strange because like in the Ajax career mode, we signed him in season 3 and he was just exceptional. But I don't know what it's been about this save. And he is just dropped so much in his pace. Granted, we were playing in the Eredivisie for a lot of that save, so. Yeah, Vardy sometimes goes to Bayern in my saves as well. Not necessarily Liverpool. And then, I mean, sometimes he also goes to Barcelona. That's one's a little bit more random. Typically doesn't stay at Leicester, but not always the same club that he transfers to. Go on, Traore. It's a great run. Finding Suarez as well. Oh, good effort by Perry to stop it. So in the rest of the match, the game is done. I mean, we got 5 minutes left. We may as well see it out. I'm really not one to sim a match after I've started. You know, it is one of the new features in FIFA 21, but yeah, typically if I start a match, I'll play it out to the end. There's a bike race tomorrow. Are you participating or are you watching it? That's a lot of miles. I think we're slightly off here. Yep. GG's on the result, though. Keeping that progress going in the FA Cup, and now the big one. Carabao Cup semi-final. Trying to see out Liverpool. We'll take a little break from the gameplay, though, before we get into that. Oh, apparently. I made a post about one of my Bayern players. I can show it for you guys as well. Oh, let's see. This one should show. Yeah, I made a post about one of my Bayern players having the same first and last name, and apparently like it's happened to other YouTubers. Docs had one. Check the reply real quick. Yeah, Docs had Bell, and then Masterbucks had Hunter, which is sick considering the anime series. But yeah, a little preview for the next video coming out. Take a break after putting so much pressure on yourself. Yeah, we're gonna take a little break from the gameplay before we play the next one. But yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do about making auto, which is kind of sick because, well, it's not the right spelling, but auto kind of sounds like auto, which means car in German. So his name would kind of sounds like car if we're speaking German. But Otto is actually a pretty common first name. I don't know about last name in Germany, but I think especially for the older generation. Is that Bayern 2 and Bayern München? It's a Bayern 2 career mode. Auto means car in Finnish too. Yeah, I imagine a lot of countries around that region, it seems like a pretty common term. Well, yeah, we'll see what we can do about it. His potential's not the best, but obviously with dynamic potential and loaning players out, you never know what might be able to happen. So it's still pretty early on in the save. So we'll see what we can do. That overall rating's quite low though. But anyways, I think we take a little break with FIFA here. I've been kind of keen to check out some of the top players. I know Dynamo Zagreb has they're basically top of the FIFA charts in most categories. So I don't know, maybe they would make for an interesting video. I'm not sure how many of their players actually have a real facing game. But you look at the starting 11. I know Livakovic is quite good. 86 potential, only 25 years old. No real face. Let's see, who else? I mean, this guy's a really popular center back signing. Again, so it seems like most of their players don't have a real facing game, but they definitely make for a really exceptional career mode. Orsic is a pretty exciting player to use in game. They have some nice kits. Goalkeeper kit's nice as well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would do a full-on Dynamo Zagreb career mode, but it would make for an interesting concept. I mean, trying to find success in Europa League / Champions League. I don't know why Mario Götze is top of the FIFA charts. Maybe someone can let me know why. Yeah, some interesting choices here. I mean, Kessie, nice to see that his overall has kind of started to go up recently, as well as his potential. But yeah. Creating the finish league in PES, it's gonna take so long. I didn't realize you could make like custom squad files in PES. I haven't really dived too much into PES gameplay and some of the tactics you can use in PES, but it's definitely a good alternative to FIFA in a lot of cases. I think in some cases more realistic. FM also being a good option as well. Some big deals are going down though in the January transfer window of season 3. At least these first two. Real Madrid and Barcelona spending a lot of cash. Upamecano transferring from club to club. First from Leipzig to this city, and now City to Real Madrid. Any other recent deals? Milinkovic Savic, no surprise, going to Chelsea. Dele Ali. Okay, this is an interesting career trajectory as well. And the fact that he went for 70.9 mil. That's a lot. So he goes from Spurs to Wolfsburg, which is kind of a realistic transfer, now to Manchester United. Interesting. But I mean, I almost feel like as a box-to-box CM, he might get an upgrade to his rating. Especially with the high work rates. Tapsoba going to Leicester, that's a pretty common transfer. Varane's also moved between 3 different clubs now. I kind of like this transfer, Luka Jovic to Chelsea. I feel like that's one that just might go down. Solera's moved from Valencia to Mönchengladbach, now to PSG. Okay. Immobile's moving around. I feel like he usually goes to United, but earlier in the save. First he went to Real Madrid in the save. Zagadou moving around a bit. I feel like Anderson Talisca, he's only 28 and he's also a striker. I mean, surely, low-key, his stats are kind of nice. I don't know if he has a real face in game, but I still feel like he'd be an amazing center attacking mid, not necessarily a striker, because I think his finishing is a little bit low, 81. It's kind of low for a striker. As a cam, though, he'd be exceptional. I mean, finesse shot, long pass, or outside foot shot, there's like no reason. I've got to sign him for at least one of my saves this year. Especially a couple seasons in. What's the team looking like right now? It's this. I mean, we're 3 seasons in. Just keep in mind some of these transfers I've made, some of the transfers the game has made, because we joined this team at the end of season 2 when they were still in the championship. So take it as you may, but the only addition we made in January is adding Bazunu as a backup goalkeeper option from Rochdale. I don't know if we're going to have the funds to bring in any other player. I'm just hoping that Grealish returns from his injury pretty soon. I think it's got to be about a month. It's got to be about a month till he returns. Yeah, 4 weeks. I feel like I'm ready, though. I feel like I'm ready for this match against Liverpool. Taking a look again at their starting 11. I don't think they've made any changes since the last match. Maybe we have some penalty kicks on the cards. We'll see. But we'll get into it here. And then hopefully we can sim a couple of matches. Maybe make one more signing before the end of the stream. This is what it's all about, though. Advancing to that Carabao Cup final. I want to pick up some silverware here with Villa. And I think if we get in Europa League next season, we might have to stay for another season as well, instead of sticking with the current trend of moving every year to a new club. It also depends what kind of club offers coming in for the job offers. But we're going to focus up here. We can take on this Liverpool team. I just need to be sure I'm like constantly switching players and not dragging my defenders out of position, because that's when Liverpool start pulling off these like really quick passes, and then all of a sudden one of their players are through on goal. So I feel like the best tactic is just controlling your central CMs. There we go. Good job. We're going to hang on to some possession. Ihataren. Waiting from the run from Cash. Got a couple options in the middle. Let's go. I was going to go far post, but the run was made a little bit late. Not the best ball there. They constantly pull this off, man. And they've got the quality on their side that they can do that consistently. Mane. Fortunately, the computer doesn't want to cross. We'll get that one cleared. Only as far as Robertson, though. You're just asking for a counterattack right here. Wise McGinn, player number 1. I was actually wondering that myself. I think it has to do, like, maybe he got loan listed or something at some point in this save. But yeah, he's number 1, and then our goalkeeper's number 26. Kind of unusual stuff there, but I've gotten around to changing that. This could be a chance. Watkins. This is Jimenez in the middle. We just got to shoot. I'll take a corner. Every corner kick chance, we got an opportunity to score. DJ, I'm doing all right. This is the second leg of the semifinal of the Carabao Cup, so kind of nervy here against Liverpool and just hoping for the best. This is onside. I thought Mings put that away. I see how close this actually was. Not that far off. Slightly too high and I think on target, but what a goal that would have been. As soon as Liverpool start their press, that's when it gets a little bit dangerous for us, because it's just hard to maintain it. Especially when their defenders do things like that, man. The thing about Liverpool's defense is that they've got the quality in their center backs to run just 2 defenders. So their fullbacks can push forward and they can really create all those attacking chances. And they win the ball back in a dangerous area. Things like that happen. And that... well, let's just try to get to the halftime break. I saw there was an injury for Abraham. Hopefully it's not too serious. That's a goal. No! Why would they chip it? Why on earth would they chip it? Shout out to Martinez, man. I'm not sure like Suarez is going to be the answer here. I almost feel like Traore, despite the 1-star weak foot, will play him on the left, Watkins on the right. Gets a +4 as a center forward, so that's good. And maybe we can find this go-ahead goal. I think if it ends 1-1, then surely it would go to extra time or penalties. Maybe penalty kicks right away. I'm not sure. Someone can confirm in chat, that'd be appreciated. I mean, Traore does really well to get that pass off. We'll play that back in the middle. Penalties right away. Oh, dang. The nerves are real, man. I wouldn't mind it because, like, genuinely going to penalty kicks against Liverpool, I think would be a good shout. We can get this pass off, though. One more in the middle. Please. Traore. I mean, it's a good shot again on his left foot. If he takes that first time, I think he has a chance of scoring, though. This could work. Oh, outside the foot cross. Makes again, but this time he's offside. All right, 30 minutes to go. Come on. Let's focus up. We just need to be sure we're not conceding a goal. As they also bring on Lacazette here. I mean, Traore's getting involved, man. You've got to respect it. I think he also has the outside the foot shot, which comes in handy, especially with the one-star weak foot. So even if he only shoots on his left, it's not the worst thing. Yeah, I hear that's like a strat with the players looking a certain way. I feel like it's been patched though. It used to be a thing in the older FIFAs, but I haven't paid close enough attention to it. But obviously, if you're making saves consistently and it's working for you, then there must be some logic to that thought process. I kind of just pick a direction to go and commit to it. Both for shooting pens and trying to save them. Oh, Mane's just doing the business, though. Not like this. Not like this. Good save, Martinez. 15 minutes ago. Come on. We'll see if we need to make any subs. No, I think we're all right. We're all right to see out the rest of this match. They're making a defensive... Thought that was a goal. That's going out of play. Dang. I thought we could have gotten on a counter there. If you place that pass perfectly, like with driven goalkeeper pass, then sometimes you can get on a counter. There you go, Diaz. At this point, I just want penalty kicks. I don't want to lose in like the 86 minutes of Liverpool, man. If I go out on pens, fair enough. I'm not losing to like a 90th minute goal, which might happen here. One more chance. Oh, we've got a player there. That's a good through ball as well. Cleared away from Hummels. We're going to penalties, boys. Oh, penalty kicks in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. I hope there's not away goals. Let's see. Advance. Yeah, penalties. Yeah, this is basically... This could be Europa League on the line. I think it's our best shot of qualifying for that competition. Pretty even on most of the penalty kick stats. Liverpool might have the slight edge. I mean, players like Fabinho certainly do, but I feel like we've got a couple of good player options here. It's going to be close. Panenka pens. We'll see. I'm just going to go with what I think is best. He's going left. No, he goes the other way. I mean, Martinez is arguably like the best player in our entire team. So the odds, I would say, are in our favor. But if Liverpool keep bearing pens like this one, it's going to make it a lot more difficult. Unlucky there. Come on. We need to make a big save. That's what we needed. A little bit of luck. Come on. We'll take that. No! That actually went in. Panenka off the bar. Oh my goodness. I just saw that like happening in real time. No, we got to make a save now. Please, please, game. Mats Hummels, just miss this one for me, my guy. Thank you, Mats. Still need to bury this. Oh, it's got to be Alisson. I yellow timed a lot of those. Man, that's disappointing. I said it though, like if we go out on penalties, fair enough. At least we got that far. Just not the best performance. Made enough saves. I really just want to skip this, please. Come on, game. I mean, I think we only made like two out of those 5. 1 or 2 of those were good saves from Alisson. Yeah, that's tough. I need to just keep pushing on in the league, I guess, then. Really not a high-scoring penalty kick fixture, though. I mean, it happens. It's United in the final as well, so that'll be a good fixture for the Carabao Cup. But hey, we'll get some more silverware here pretty soon in the career mode. That would have been our first trophy in top 5 league if we won that final. But honestly, not a bad start considering this is the first team we're managing in a top 5 league. Still a lot to play for in the Prem. Top 6 will do it for me. And that goes to show we keep on winning these simulated fixtures on the calendar sim. Keep doing that, we'll be all right. That's not good news though. Abraham out for 3 months. If we don't finish top 6 this season, the only reason is because our top players keep getting injured. I mean, first it was Grealish, now it's Abraham out for 3 months. I think low-key moving Traore there to striker, playing him as a center forward is the move. Because he played pretty well that game. Obviously the 1-star weak foot isn't ideal, but I don't even know who to bring in. Maybe someone like Engels, but I think potentially we need to make a signing. This guy doesn't look bad. Well, let's push on to transfer deadline day, see what kind of offers come in. I think we had one for Luis Felipe, which arguably taking like the 57 to 60 mil would not be the worst thing. Probably negotiating that one up to like 80 mil. Because we could use a lot with those funds. And we have a lot of center backs in the team already. But passing up on an 85 rated player that's only 25 years old, it's tough. You know, our next best option would be someone like Engels at 79, but it's just the question of, can we see out the length of those injuries? Because I think once Grealish and Abraham are back, it's a dangerous squad. Certainly capable of Europa League. Yeah, maybe giving Suarez a chance would be best. But I'm just not happy with the transfer offers that are coming in right now. Definitely not getting rid of Ollie Watkins. It would have to be for one of our center backs or CDMs. Like, those are the only positions that I think we have enough squad depth to get rid of. I mean, if you guys have any, like, impact... Obviously, we're not going to sign anyone for, like, 2 mil. That's going to make their way as a substitute. So, yeah, I think that's it for the January transfer window. I mean, we brought in a backup goalkeeper, which was our main objective. Also, Christian Pulisic moving to Milan. Interesting. 2-year loan for McGinn. Nope. You guys think this would ever happen? Pulisic to AC Milan? I guess with Weston McKennie going to Juventus, it's not the most unrealistic thing. But we'll see what he's rated these days. Do you think he would fit in the Milan squad? An 85 overall as well? Just 24 years old? It's an interesting one. Let me see what John McGinn's real number is. Okay, so he's number 7. Yeah, I don't know how he got switched to number 1. That's an interesting one. Now, is Martinez actually number 26 or is he number 1? I feel like he's got to be number 1. He is 26. Okay. So he can stay there. What number should we give Suarez? That's the other question. Oh, you know what it might have been? I was updating Suarez to give him his number 7 at Liverpool, and I think that might have updated him again. I bet that's what happened. So we could give him... Where's the number 9 right now? Tammy's got the number 9. McGinn's got the number 7. He used to wear number 16. Clark has that. The only other number that he's worn in his career was the number 20 at Groningen. Has McGinn worn any other numbers? He's worn 7 and 18. Otto, the man, the myth, the legend. That's right. I think we got to do something about Otto. Yeah, I guess we got to update Clark away from the number 1 then. I don't think he's featured all that much for us, so it's one of those things. We'll just, well, not a depth plan. We want to change his kit number. I mean, first 20 numbers aren't really available. I'll just give him a random 33 or something. I just follow a little bit of baseball. You know, the Mariners are from Seattle, so I try to keep some tabs on them, but I don't really watch baseball matches. But yeah, I'll see what I can do about Otto. I feel like we've got enough time in the career mode. That was in the 2nd season of the save, so hopefully I can loan him out, get a boost to his potential. Also, low-key Wolfsburg building a freaking super squad. Renato Sanchez, McTominay in the midfield. Schlager as well. Let me look at Wolfsburg's team. Because they had just gotten rid of Dele Alli, right? They've got Danny Ings. Okay. Calvin Stengs. I like it. A couple of Flickiify inspired transfers. Maximilian Philip apparently has a face scan now. Yeah, they gave him the face scan they used to have in FIFA. Just took a while for it to actually get updated. That's one thing he was missing in our save. That's quite a good face scan, in my opinion. Anyways, they've got Arnold. They've got Douglas Costa. All right, I like it. Tomine, Renato Sanchez. Let's see. Defensively, they signed Hertroida. Another popular signing for my saves. Lacroix is actually a pretty decent player a couple seasons in. So yeah, defensively, they need a couple of improvements, in my opinion. East up isn't bad. Hertroida is not bad, but I think they do need to make a couple of transfers. Goalkeeper-wise, they don't have... Gosh, who's the starting goalkeeper for Wolfsburg? I feel like I should know this. It's Castells. Yeah, the Belgian. So yeah, I mean, they've got a couple of good areas in their team, but they've got to sign a better goalkeeper in my mind. Check to see Otto's rating. Maybe he can play another position. I mean, if you guys want to take a look. I don't think I'll necessarily spoil anything for the video, so... Well, it's going to be tough. Maybe, here's what I'll do. I'll show another screen real quick, and then I'll specifically look at Otto. So let me... I don't want to exit the career. I want to save. I'm going to call this the Journeyman save. And then I'll quickly move to the FIFA screen. Back out, and I'll load up another save file. I don't want to spoil any of the transfers for you guys in case you do want to watch the video. And Otto, where is he at? Yeah, so we can just take a look at his dev plan. So yeah, here he is. I mean, center mid. Right now I have him on the box-to-box dev plan. His defending's really low, so I think eventually moving him to a center attacking mid could be good. When's the vid out? Do you know roughly? It's tough to say just because I'm like still in the process of like recording it. Ideally, it would be out on Sunday, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to have it done by then. So if it's not Sunday, it'll probably be like Tuesday or Thursday whenever I don't stream. So realistically, Tuesday is kind of what we're looking at. But it depends. Like if I can just go absolutely ham on the recording today and get all my footage, typically I can get everything done in the commentary in a day. But we'll see. Camera striker. Imagine we have Otto leading the lines for us. He's got 5-star skills, which low-key is pretty cool. I didn't even realize that. Just promote him and always play him. Dynamic potential will take him to 99. Here's kind of my thought process is that like with a 46 rating, obviously that's pretty low. He's promoted into the first team, I think. I didn't want him like being lost in our youth academy, like terminating the contract. So I promoted him already at a 46. So I think I probably loan him out for 1 or 2 seasons. And then maybe as a striker. Like if we can get a boost to his... Gosh, what is low? Yeah, I think just keep him on this box-to-box dev plan and eventually change him to striker. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But center attacking mid could be good too. I'll see what I do. I mean, loading him out, who knows how much he can go up. He's got, I think, like 84 or I think it's 88's the max end of his potential. So not the best player, but obviously an incredible name. So we'll try to make something about that. Imagine acquiring him early into an Irish League career mode. Yeah, that's what I mean. If I even found him at the beginning of the save, he could probably have started from the beginning. But, you know, 2 or 3 seasons in, he's kind of a bit lower for his overall compared to some other players. But I guess we can maybe get some deals done as we transition back to the journeyman sort of thing. Let me just quickly change the scenes and load that up for you guys. But yeah, I'm enjoying the recording for Bayern 2 right now. It's been good. And you know, that's part of the thing. Sometimes you see those funny things in career mode, like having a player with the same first and last name. I think that's the first time that's ever happened to me. So yeah, it's you know, being rewarded for making some new content. But we'll switch scenes back to the gameplay for the Journeyman. And just the 1 hour left on transfer deadline day. Again, I don't think there's any players that we can bring in necessarily. Maybe we could include a swap deal. Would that be a deal could be completed in time? Just looking at some different options here. Honestly, I think we just ride it out until Grealish and Abraham recover from their injuries. Eze could have been a decent shout, but I think Huey's a little bit higher on the market value. Barco is at 34 mil for his release clause. Yeah, Edouard is pretty good. 24 will for Mamanatuka. Let me see if I can include a swap deal for anyone. I don't mind losing out on one of our center backs or midfielders. Let me just skip this song real quick. Let's see, midfielder wise, if there was anyone, it would probably be Douglas Luiz. He's not necessarily someone I need in the team. Even someone like Engels could go, but I think the market value is a bit low. We could get Suarez out, but with our striker being injured, I think we probably keep him. Let's see what they say about Douglas Luiz. Yo! What do you guys say? Luiz is popular with Villa, so realistically it's unrealistic sum. I get that, yeah. But the fact that it's accepted, I'll have to think about it, guys. But I think we pick up the stream on Monday. I'll think about that transfer a bit. Want to make sure we can get as many people involved, so why not play Wallman as striker? I mean, it's a shout. It's a shout. I mean, from a realism standpoint, yeah, I think keeping Luiz would be good, but he hasn't featured a whole lot in this save. I'll give it some thought, though. We'll start the next stream off with that. But I appreciate you guys hanging out today. It's the Chill Friday stream, and hopefully you guys got some good plans for the weekend, whether you're playing FIFA, playing other video games. But yeah, I'll have some more content here on the channel, either with a live stream on Monday or maybe the Bayern video on a Sunday. Kind of see how things pan out. But yeah, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. James, Ashton in the chat. We got Thomas, we got Scott, Lammy, Connell, Rio, Daniel, Pokemart, as well as Alexander. But yeah, hopefully you guys have a good weekend. I'll catch you again on Monday for another live stream. Till then, stay safe, and I'll talk to y'all later.